like he was off the boat. Like he's battered and bruised and his clothes are tattered, and she crushed it. There was no detail on that suit that wasn't, it's falling apart. It's singed at the edges, the lining, the coat lining's incredible.
And there must have been like a dozen of the suits and a dozen of the hats.
There were 5, I think. There were 5. Yeah, there were 5. There was a stunt one that was, you know, for all the explode car.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Celebrity Expert, your #1 source for all things TV shows and celebrities. And in today's video, we're gonna look at Timothee Chalamet talking about his movie Wonka.
Tickety-boo.
Tickety-boo, what's that? I don't know what that is.
Maybe it's not English.
What? I just like Hugh Grant thing.
I might have said a brain glitch. I don't know. That might not be a thing.
I just like the way they say Adidas instead of Adidas. I just feel like that's cool.
That's the way you're supposed to say it, I think.
Is that the way?
I thought it was Adidas.
Yeah, it's Adidas. Some people say Adidas.
My name is Willy Wonka.
Before we begin with this video, here's a quick and an easy question for you all. Can you all tell us on which date did the movie Wonka release? If you know the right answer, let us know in the comment section down below, or stick to the end of the video, which is when I'm going to reveal the answer to this question.
You know, David Heyman's not the director on this, he's a producer, but these films he's produced, like Barbie, like Harry Potter, like Wonka, they're world building, they're very involved. And it's the opposite of acting across nothing in green screen, you know.
There's something wrong comes through in green screen scenes, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're a bit soulless.
Yeah.
Before he could play the world's most famous chocolatier, Timothee Chalamet had to shake Bob Dylan. The actor has spent years prepping for an upcoming biopic about the folk icon. So, when he got to go to the set of the movie musical Wonka, he couldn't help but slip in a nod to Dylan's 1963 song A Hard Rain's a Gonna Fall.
Recently you spoke about how you used to watch Johnny Depp's Wonka growing up as a child. When you got the role, did you reach out to him to get any advice?
No, I love the Gene Wilder version. The Gene Wilder version I saw first, technically, because my mom, because that's the one I grew up on, and probably you grew up on. Then that came out when I was, the other version came out when I was about 10 or 11 years old. And I just thought it was very bold.
Even at the height of COVID, before I ever knew about this project, I was so knee-deep in Bob world. Chalamet recalls during an early morning chat from Paris, there's a lyric in A World of Your Own where Willy goes, there's a hard rain that's gonna fall. And I really couldn't resist doing it. It was totally improper, but I was dying for it to be stuck in there. It's one of the lines that we had to re-record.
Now, are you a fan of the artist formerly known as Timmy Tim? Are you aware of Timmy Tim? Look at your eyes, you just want like,
no.
You don't know about Timmy Tim?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Timothy, how would we describe Timmy Tim?
Say rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon. Say rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon, like a dungeon dragon, like a dungeon dragon.
Is, you know, an awful digital footprint that exists of early onset ambitious rap career that never materialized.
The movie is a brainchild of director Paul King, who was approached about a Wonka origin story after the success of a similarly wholesome Paddington films. Chalamet, who's 27 years old, grew up loving Johnny Depp's 2005 Wonka movie as well as Gene Wilder's legendary performance in the 1971 original film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He admired King's heartfelt take on the character, who is less an acerbic recluse and more a bright-eyed optimist.
It feels, from my perspective, very old school and sort of a cinema lost of Fred Astaire and just very joyful and generous. And it's not necessarily what is in vogue as far as like behavioral acting and very natural storytelling, but it's, when done right, it's very joyful to do, and as an audience member, it's very generous to receive.
Wonka features more than half a dozen original songs with the spectacular production numbers of the Candyman selling chocolates in the town square and soaring over London on a colourful cluster of balloons.
Who made everyone laugh the most?
I mean, like, at first he was the funniest, but then when I met you, I was like, oh, okay, no, it's him.
You have amazing impersonations. Can you impersonate anyone on this cast?
Oh no.
𝗃𝗶𝗱𝗃𝗃, just a small bit. I'm not as good at the self-deprecation part.
So. Very good.
King hoped to emulate Golden Age Hollywood musicals starring Gene Kelly and Fred, while tipping his hat to Wilder's movie with pure imagination and new Oompa Loompa songs performed by Hugh Grant.
I think apple.
Is it apple?
No, it's cream soda.
Oh, cream soda. Oh, it's not apple.
Soda
Oh, it says
flavor.
cream soda.
I don't know what a cream soda is.
Cream soda
is
existed
delicious. What is it?
here
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
it's good.
1970s. Yeah, it's the sort of thing you drank watching the FA Cup final.
There's a sort of a witty, wooden, smoky flavor. There's
Yeah.
a hint of lime in there. Right, isn't it like like a citrus taste to it? So it's like cream soda with lime squeezed into it.
Like many of us, King discovered that Chalamet can sing and dance through YouTube. After his Oscar-nominated breakthrough in 2017's Call Me By Your Name, an old high school video resurfaced of Chalamet rapping about statistics as his hip-hop alter ego, Little Timmy Tim.
This film is really joyous. That's not a backtrack at all. This film is really like quite sincere, and this is the Willy Wonka before all his screws loose in his head, before he's totally lost his mind. This is the like sweet, ambitious Willy Wonka.
With Willy Wonka's wild and wonderful wishy-washy Wonka Walker, please don't make me say that again, Tiddles gets to run, and I can have fun. Scrub. Just popping out for a bit. I'll be back before roll call.
Viral hits aside, Chalamet has some serious musical theater chops. A native New Yorker, he attended the famed LaGuardia High School of Music and Arts and Performing Arts, where he played MC and Oscar in Sweet Charity.
Hi, I'm Timothee Chalamet. I'm hosting SNL this week with Boy Genius.
Timothy, I'm so excited.
Willy Wonka.
What?
Sorry, the actor strike just ended. I could finally promote my movie.
Oh, well, congrats. That's
Willy Wonka, chocolate man. Willy Wonka, chocolate. Musical guest, Boy Genius.
This is gonna be such a great show.
I know, we're so excited. Gonna be a blast.
Wait, isn't your guys' thing like being all sad?
Only our music. In real life, we're quite happy people.
His mom and dad are thrilled that he finally made a musical. For all its clever candy-coated antics, Wonka is ultimately a story about family and overcoming grief as our fledgling confectioner aims to carry the torch of his late chocolatier mom.
I do like chocolate, but I'm more of a chocolate-covered raisins, like Milk Duds, you know. These are the hard-hitting questions, man. Now I can do the impression of someone who can sing and dance.
You could always sing and dance, sir.
Hey, but what?
British cuisine of yours.
Like a good classic Sunday roast, right?
Yeah.
Right?
In the film's tear-jerking finale, Timothy's is completely magnetic, King says, as well as all the comedy and eccentricity and song and dance stuff. He also gets those moments that are just lighting in a bottle.
I think it's heartfelt. It's meant sincerely, and I think that's rare in this day and age. And it's a movie about never giving up on your dreams, and it's not meant with an ounce of cynicism. And I think people are inclined to roll their eyes when they feel like Hollywood's trying to sell them on that dream and that story. But this is really meant. It's felt.
The film was emotional for Chalamet, who credits his performance to Sandy and his former teacher at LaGuardia and his grandmother who died while the movie was being filmed. And after recent darker roles in Dune and Bones and all, it's an opportunity for him to show a sweeter side of mainstream audiences.
But within 3 pages of reading the script, I was so charmed by what Paul had come up with for Willy's origin story. And, you know, a snapshot of how Willy was before success, before becoming the man that wants to give away the chocolate factory. Before being the man that has a chocolate factory. Yeah.
Timothee Chalamet's mom finally got a more light-hearted project from her movie star son. In Wonka, the Oscar nominee stars as the magician chocolatier who dreams of opening a candy shop to make his mother, played by Sally Hawkins, proud.
Perhaps what you just described, being able to legitimately swim in a chocolate tank for work.
You could pull some strings and make that happen.
Oh, make it happen on the day-to-day?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nothing like doing it and thinking, okay, that was a hard day's work. I earned my living, and now I'm going home.
Have you seen this video doing the rounds that looks... It looks like you voguing, I gotta be honest. That's the first thing I saw this morning.
Wow.
But Chalamet adds of Wonka. This is the tradition. I come from a musical theater family, and this is more in line of the kind of movie I would have thought I'd be doing 10 years ago if I was lucky enough to work at all.
Paul King wrote a beautiful script here about a young Willy Wonka who follows his dreams. If you would have told me when I was 12 years old, or when I was 10 years old watching the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka, that I get to be here in Tokyo promoting this movie as Willy Wonka, standing next to Hugh Grant, I would have told you that was, you were lying, so.
The timing of the film's release couldn't be any better since the movie released yesterday, that is December 8th, and the atmospheric pink that's primed for the holiday season. And suffice to say, fans of Chalamet will at least have one screen number by the actor to look forward to by the end of 2023.
I would be terrified to see Hugh's reaction.
So none of those moves or rap skills made it to the Wonka set at all?
Maybe some of the dancing.
There's nothing you can't do.
I appreciate you saying that.
You kiss me on the cheek and I turn it to the lip.
Alright guys, so the answer to the question I asked you at the beginning of the video is December 8, 2023. If you got this answer right, then you're a huge fan of Timothee Chalamet.
This film's really the companion piece to the Gene Wilder 71 film. You know, some of the musical numbers from that film are in this one. But this is a different story, this is the origin. Because this is a story of a young Willy, an ambitious Willy, sort of a naive Willy, who's full of hopes and dreams. He doesn't have that quality that we see in in the other Willy Wonka films of, you know, decades of success.
Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all really enjoyed this one. If you did, do like, share and comment on this video, and do not forget to subscribe to The Celebrity Expert, and we'll see you around next time with another brand new video. Till then, keep watching The Celebrity Expert. Bye guys.